man versus machine is essentially it's twofold. Just basically, one aspect of it is the individual and his struggles with what we're calling the machine, and the flip side would be collectively us as a body and the things that we struggle with that manifest itself out of this machine. What the machine represents is things, anything that sets itself up against God, so to speak, that lacks life, vitality, all those things. So in one aspect, you know, it may be something that a lot of people have rehashed or whatnot, but we try to put like our unique, or you know, a unique take on it by talking about, you know, some things that I think especially Christian musicians can be afraid to tackle, you know, with the title track where I talk about, you know, there's so much that's not of God, that it's systems, businesses, our religious movements, our institutions, you know, our doctrines, our mindsets, things like that. And then I think that belongs to the same machine, so to speak, as everything else that's what we like to say worldly or carnal, you know what I mean? So all of that encompasses what we're calling the machine. Like I said, like I wasn't expecting it to chart like on Billboard, and it did. But I think since my first album, I've been pretty overwhelmed by the positive reaction to just honesty and transparency. Like, I think what we tend to view, you know, believers as like, oh, he's not this victorious, you know what I mean? Or we have a skewed way of viewing a successful Christian life or whatever. So it's like, okay, he struggles with this, or, you know, like, he sucks as a Christian, so God can't use him. But it's just like, I'm like, hey, I do suck, you know what I mean? I got drunk yesterday and fornicated, you know what I mean? And I apologize, I'm not perfect, sort of thing. And they're like, people come out the woodwork like, oh my God, me too, I struggled with that as well, you know what I mean? I was using that obviously as hypothetically, you know, speaking, not that actually happened, but like I said before though, like some of the most comforting words can be me too, you know what I mean? Somebody just resonates with your struggle and identifies with it. There's comfort in that, and I think that's a way that we will progress as a body, not, you know, all these public figures, especially within Christianity, that, you know, we just kind of like we put on a facade, we put on a mask and try to portray what we're really not. When reality, we're so much more like the rest of the world than we think we are. You know what I mean? We're human beings, you know. So I'm not saying we're the same, but we're a lot more than we think we are, I think. I don't know if I have a funny one, but when I flew in, this happened yesterday, when we flew into to Houston, we stopped at a Chick-fil-A, and no joke, like, you know, dudes are handling their business, you know, using the bathroom, washing their hands and stuff like that, and then an employee comes in like, Mr. Bizzle? And like, he's like, and like daps him up or whatever, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, did he just shake his hand without washing it? Like, but the dude was so like, I don't want to say starstruck, but you know what I mean? Like, that's funny in itself, just seeing the bubble that Christian hip hop puts people in, and they, you know, they make Christian rappers think that they're something that they're totally not, you know what I mean? Like, that's a whole nother story. But that was pretty funny though, when he dapped the dude up that ran up on him in a Chick-fil-A bathroom.